When bad hair days are your everyday reality, it really zaps the fun out of your morning routine. Thankfully, all you need to do to make your hair perfect is know your hair type and how to operate with it. And as your hair guru for the day, I'm here to tell you all about it. Let's start with a quick backstory. In the 90s, Andre Walker, one of the most talented hairstylists who worked with Oprah Winfrey and Halle, came up with his own hair typing system. It was originally created for his hair care line, but quickly became widely popular. Basically, Andre Walker classifies not only 1 or 2, but 9 different types of hair. And it's time to find out which one of them is yours. The best way to do it is to wash your hair, comb it gently, and let it dry naturally. But since you know your hair better than anybody else, you probably don't need to do any of that. So, in the Andre Walker hair typing system, everything comes down to how curly your hair is naturally. Perfectly straight with no sign of curls? Then you're type 1. Kinda wavy but nothing crazy? Good, you're definitely type 2. Really curly with a strong S-shaped curl pattern? Type 3 sounds exactly like you. And finally, tightly curled and kinky hair fall into type 4 category. But wait, there's more. Each of those types can be divided into 3 subtypes, A, B, and C. And here's where the most interesting part starts. Let's begin with the first type, perfectly straight hair. 1A hair is usually not thick at all and extremely soft and fine. Its biggest advantage is that it naturally looks really shiny, but its huge drawback is that it quickly becomes oily and dirty. 1B hair, on the other hand, is kinda thick and has great volume near the roots, so it looks way more full than 1A hair type. And 1C hair is really thick and has impressive volume. However, it's almost impossible to curl. This type is pretty common among Asian women. Next up is wavy hair. 2A hair is right in between wavy and straight. Without any styling, it tends to form weak S-shaped strands, curling a bit at the ends. It reacts pretty well to styling. It's not a problem to make it either super straight or really wavy. 2B hair has way more visible and prominent S-shaped curls. It can be slightly frizzy as well, adhering to the shape of your head. Finally, 2C hair combines wavy and curly hair. It's very frizzy, quickly curls up in humid environments, and has tons of volume and generally thicker waves. Now, let's learn more about curly hair. 3A hair is shiny and great at taking any form you want it to. This type has a very defined S shape, which makes it appear full and healthy. 3B type has a smaller curl pattern than 3A, ranging from spiral-like curls to tight corkscrews. It also has a combination texture. 3C hair is actually thinner than 3A and 3B, but its curls are smaller, which makes it appear thicker. Plus, it's very tight, almost to the point of being kinky. Now that I mentioned kinky hair, it's time to explore this last hair category. 4A hair has an S-shaped pattern if you stretch it, but usually it's just tight coils. It tends to be thin, brittle, and fragile. 4B hair bends with really sharp angles and often has a Z shape and zigzag-like curls. Just like 4A, this type is pretty fragile as well. And 4C type is the hardest to style and take care of. It doesn't have a definite curl pattern, which makes it look awesome, but extremely hard to comb. It also has the greatest shrinkage out of all the types. So, figure out your hair type yet? Good, because I'm about to tell you exactly what you need to do to make your hair look bomb 24/7. As always, let's start with hair group number 1. First and foremost, throw all your essential hair oils away. Your hair is already as soft and shiny as it can be, so the only thing you should worry about is volume, especially if you have 1A hair type. Straight and soft hair like yours gets dirty and oily pretty quickly, so try to pick the shampoos that have curative clay as one of the components. It will make your hair stay clean longer. Another thing that can make a huge difference is exfoliating your scalp at least once a week. As for the hairstyling, the best choice for type 1 hair are cascade haircuts of any kind. They will make your hair appear thicker and fuller. The good news is that your strands have nothing against blow dryers, so go for it. However, if you have 1A-type hair, you probably already know that it usually doesn't stay curled or hold volume for long. And this is a great opportunity to get creative with a feminine braid or a high-fashion ponytail. Now, if you fall into the second hair group, your hair care should be completely different. Your main task is to make your hair look thick without it looking crazy and messy. Try to look for shampoos and conditioners with a moisturizing effect. If they also have fruit extracts or herbs as components, grab them and never let go. This is exactly what your hair needs. If you notice your hair getting dry throughout the day, just put a tiny bit of grape or mustard oil near the ends. This trick will make your waves look alive. Your hair drying ritual should also change. Try to leave your hair at least a little bit wet after blow drying, or use cool air if you don't want it to look too fluffy. The natural approach also applies when choosing the perfect haircut. Make sure to stay away from dramatic transitions in your hairstyle. Otherwise, you'll be stuck at home with your straightener every single morning. Curly-haired guys and girls from hair group number 3 have pretty much the same end goal as people with type 2 hair, keeping their curls hydrated. Your best options are essential oils, though. They'll keep the moisture in your strands and prevent them from getting too dry. When picking shampoos or conditioners, always make sure that they don't have sulfates. These guys will only make your hair fluffy and wild. Silicone is also your enemy. It basically locks your hair and doesn't allow any moisture in. Hairdressers actually recommend people with this hair type buy a silk pillow. It'll protect your hair from friction. Hairstyling rules for type 3 hair are also similar. Try to dry your hair naturally more often, and use cool air if you need to speed things up. Hair straighteners are no good for your hair either, as they make it even more fragile. As for the perfect curly hair haircut, you have to remember one simple principle. The shorter the hairstyle, the curlier your hair will be. And don't let your hairdresser wet your hair before cutting it. Curly hair may have a completely different form as it dries, so it's better not to wet it at all. And finally, type 4, it's your turn. Your hair doesn't get oily that easily, so unlike hair type number 1, you don't have to wash it that often. However, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't pick your hair care products wisely. The softer your shampoo and conditioner are, the better. With a good enough conditioner, you can sometimes even go shampoo-free for a day. Just wet your hair, apply some conditioner, rinse it off, and let your hair dry. Believe me, it'll look fantastic. Essential oils should be your best friends as well. It's better to apply them to the ends, as they're the most fragile. On a positive note, blow drying shouldn't be too hard for you. Cold air, 10 to 15 minutes of your time, and it's done. Just don't forget to do some towel action before that, or your dreamy curls will lose their form. Your best haircut options are shoulder length or below shoulder length, since the shorter the curlier rule applies to you too. Still, no matter what hair type you have, you should always do 2 things. Take care of it and own it. This way, you'll always look like $1,000,000. And what's your secret to making your hair luscious? Let me know down in the comments. If you learned something new today, then give this video a like and share it with a friend. But hey, don't go anywhere just yet. We have over 2,000 cool videos for you to check out. All you have to do is pick the left or right video, click on it, and enjoy. Stay on the bright side of life.